Today, I'm going to teach you how to understand Etsy's search algorithm. We're going to talk about how it works, the factors that influence your ranking, and the importance of both relevance and quality scores. By the end of this video, you will have an idea of your quality score as well as factors that you might be completely missing in order to get found in search. If you're new here, my name is Dylan Jaris, and I'm an Etsy seller of 8 years. I also sell on Amazon and Shopify, but my entire background is corporate e-commerce. I made over $1 million in profit on Etsy before I started teaching this. And now we have a company where we teach thousands of Etsy sellers how to scale their businesses. If you'd like to learn more about that, schedule a free call with us and we can show you what our one-on-one private coaching looks like. And that link will be in the comments to schedule your free call. Okay, so how do we master the Etsy algorithm? First, we need to understand the factors in Etsy's search placement. We're going to talk about relevance and quality scores. Now, what is relevance? When it comes to relevancy, we're looking at titles, tags, and attributes. In order for your listing to have relevance to search results, you have to have those keywords that the customer was searching in your SEO. And they say specifically in your titles, tags, and attributes. Okay, so Etsy says that items in Etsy search results must match the buyer's search word or phrase. Items that do not match won't be included in search results. For example, let's say someone is searching banana backpack. The search results will only return listings that have both banana and backpack in the titles and/or tags. And this is the very interesting part. They say that exact phrase matches are stronger than matches on individual words. For example, a search for banana backpack would return all items with banana and backpack in it, but items with banana backpack where the words are together would be considered a closer match. This is a big thing that not many people realize. Having the words structurally right next to each other does provide a closer match, according to Etsy. They say that if a word or phrase in a buyer's search appears in both a title and tag, then the algorithm considers that more relevant than a listing with that word or phrase in the title or tags by themselves. So let's say the title had banana backpack, but the tags, you thought, oh, I don't need to put banana backpack in the tags because it's already in the title. Well, they say if you had it in the tags, it would be more powerful SEO. So let's dive into an example. Let's look up golf gift for dad. You might think, oh, I just need to have golf in the title, gift in the title, and dad in the title. But having golf gift for dad all in a row, all structurally connected, you will be considered a more relevant search result match for someone's keywords that they're searching. Etsy also says here that words at the beginning of titles are considered more important than words at the end. Now let's talk about attribute relevancy. Maybe you're thinking, what is an attribute? You will find attributes under your description, under your variations, under the details and category. And this is where Etsy will give you up to 5 different types of attributes that you can select. Don't select attributes that are not relevant. For example, this here is a silk flower. The attribute options they give me here were floral arranging, hat making and hair crafts, and scrapbooking and collage. We only selected floral arranging because that is the only relevant attribute. The more irrelevant attributes you select, the more of a mismatch your product will be in search results, and that will kill your conversion rate. And as you tank your conversion rate, your listing will show up lower and lower and lower in search results. And they recommend to select as many accurate attributes as possible, but accuracy is key. Now let's talk about listing quality. What is a listing quality score? What does that really mean? It simply reflects how well your item does in search results. And if it gets visits, favorites, or purchases, that will help the listing's quality score. Keep this in mind. Every new shop or new listing starts with a neutral quality score. This means you are basically at 0. So that means the bad listings, the ones with a low value proposition, the ones that don't have product market fit, you will be ranking above those listings because they have a negative quality score. They've been on Etsy for a longer period of time without views, without favorites, without purchases. But over time, if your listings don't perform, they will develop a negative quality score. In order to improve your quality score, you have to increase your visits, favorites, and sales. This here is why it's so important to do things correctly in your Etsy shop the first time. Now, customer experience also impacts your quality score, which impacts your ranking. And Etsy says that great reviews, a completed about section, and completed shop policies do impact your quality score in a good way. Now, they also say that the FAQ and seller details are not factored in to your quality score. Etsy says that recent cases and past intellectual property infringement issues can have a negative effect on your quality score. So make sure you're getting great reviews and make sure you have your about section and your policies completely filled out. And if you don't, go and do those right now. Now, let's talk a little bit about recency. This is really to keep search results fresh for prospective buyers. Etsy's algorithm reviews how recently an item was listed or relisted, which means renewed. Now, this does not mean go and renew all your listings on a daily basis to get them to a neutral quality score, because that listing still has a negative quality score behind it. It doesn't mean if you renew a listing that all of a sudden your 6 months of no sales disappears and is forgiven. Now, let's talk about something else that impacts your ranking, and this is your shop's location. A lot of you, maybe you're in Europe, are thinking, I want to target sellers in the US. Am I at a disadvantage? How can I get in front of the right customers? Now, Etsy specifically calls out the EU, Australia, and Canada. Etsy's been told people in those countries like purchasing from sellers based in their own countries or neighboring countries. So Etsy's saying to make local items more prominent, they do look at the location of the shop and the shopper, and they take that into account. But they also say that searches made within other countries do not take the shop location into account for search results. So Etsy does make local items slightly more prominent in search results for those specific countries. So what are the factors that we can do to improve your ranking? Number one, if your listings are not optimized and you have built up a negative quality score in your shop or in your listings, you've got to fix that. Now, Etsy gives you other ways to improve your ranking, and they say to add more specific categories to your listings, to properly leverage titles and tags, and to have accurate attributes. So today, your job is to take a look, evaluate what your quality score is based on how long you've been on Etsy, how long your listings have been published, and how long they've not been seeing visits, favorites, or sales. And then we're going to take these actions to boost your ranking in search results. All right, I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions on this, send us an email, or if you are interested in one-on-one coaching, schedule a free call with us and we can show you what that looks like. All right, we'll see you in the next one.
After I joined the program, I gained so much clarity. Dylan is a wealth of knowledge and she shares all of her secrets with you. That coaching aspect of it, you can't get that through reading or watching videos. So that's what makes this program really unique.